Kiichiro Toyoda was born on June 11, 1894. He was the son of Sakichi Toyoda, a famous inventor in Japan. His father was known as the king of Japanese inventors. Sakichi created the automatic power loom, a machine that changed Japan's textile industry forever. Kiichiro grew up watching his father work hard. He saw how his father's inventions helped many people. This environment was very important for young Kiichiro. He learned early about the power of engineering and the importance of making things better. His father's workshop was his first classroom, a place filled with gears, tools, and the constant sound of creation, shaping his future path. From a young age, Kiichiro was fascinated by machines. He did not just watch his father, he learned from him. He spent countless hours in the workshop, taking things apart and putting them back together. He wanted to understand how everything worked. Sakichi encouraged his son's curiosity. He taught Kiichiro to always look for a better way to do things. This lesson, known as Kaizen or continuous improvement, became a core part of Kiichiro's thinking. It was a simple but powerful idea that would later define the company he built. His childhood was not just about play, it was about learning, exploring, and embracing the spirit of innovation. Kiichiro's formal education was just as important as his practical learning. He went to the prestigious Tokyo Imperial University to study mechanical engineering. This was a place where he could deepen his knowledge of machines and manufacturing processes. His studies provided him with the technical skills he needed to turn his ideas into reality. He learned about engines, materials, and production systems. This combination of hands-on experience from his father's workshop and the theoretical knowledge from university made him a unique kind of engineer. He understood not only how to design a machine, but also how to build it efficiently and reliably. After finishing his university studies, Kiichiro joined his father's company, Toyoda Automatic Loom Works. At first, he worked on improving the looms that his father had invented. He was a dedicated employee, applying his engineering skills to make the machines even better. He helped the company grow and become more successful, but while he was working with looms, a new and exciting machine was capturing his imagination. He saw the potential of the automobile, a machine that could change society even more than the loom. A new dream began to form in his mind, a dream that would take him far beyond the world of textiles. Kiichiro's interest in cars grew stronger every day. In the 1920s, most cars in Japan were imported from America and Europe. They were expensive and not always suited for Japan's roads. Kiichiro saw this as a great opportunity. He believed that Japan should be able to produce its own automobiles. He imagined cars made by Japanese engineers for the Japanese people. This was a bold and ambitious idea. At that time, building a car from scratch was a huge challenge. The country lacked the technology, the resources, and the experience. Many people thought it was an impossible dream, a risk not worth taking for the successful loom company. To learn more about this new industry, Kiichiro traveled to Europe and the United States in 1929. He visited car factories in Detroit and other major cities. He saw the massive assembly lines of Ford and General Motors. He carefully studied every part of the car-making process, from designing the engine to assembling the final product. He was amazed by the scale of production, but also noticed areas for improvement. He filled notebooks with his observations, drawings, and ideas. This trip was a turning point for him. It convinced him that he could bring this technology to Japan and, more importantly, adapt it to create something even better. When Kiichiro returned to Japan, he was filled with determination. He presented his vision to his father and the company. He wanted to start a new division dedicated to automobile manufacturing. It was a very risky proposal. The company was successful because of its looms, and venturing into the unknown automotive world could lead to financial ruin. His father, Sakichi, was old and unwell, but he saw the same fire in his son that he had in himself. He gave Kiichiro his blessing and some seed money, telling him, "I dedicated my life to inventing looms. Now, it is your turn. You should dedicate your life to making cars." With his father's support, Kiichiro established an automobile department within Toyoda Automatic Loom Works in 1933. He gathered a small team of talented and passionate engineers. They started their work in a small corner of the loom factory. Their first task was to understand the inner workings of an automobile. They bought a foreign car, a Chevrolet, and carefully took it apart, piece by piece. They studied every bolt, every gear, and every wire. This process, known as reverse engineering, was their university. It was a slow and difficult process, but it was the first crucial step toward building Japan's own car. The journey to build the first car was filled with challenges. The team faced many failures and setbacks. They had to create their own tools and learn new manufacturing techniques from scratch. Kiichiro was a hands-on leader, working alongside his engineers day and night. He believed in the principle of Genchi Genbutsu, which means go and see for yourself. Whenever there was a problem, he would go directly to the factory floor to understand the issue firsthand. This leadership style inspired great loyalty and dedication from his team. They knew their leader was not just giving orders, he was sharing their struggles and working toward the same goal. After years of hard work, the team completed their first prototype engine, the Type A, in 1934. The following year, they produced their first passenger car, the Model A1. It was a monumental achievement for Kiichiro and his team. This success proved that Japan could indeed build its own automobiles. It was a moment of immense pride and a testament to their perseverance. The car was not perfect, but it was a beginning. It was a physical manifestation of Kiichiro's dream, a symbol of a new industrial era for Japan. He had laid the foundation for a future he had long envisioned. As the automobile division grew, Kiichiro decided it needed to become its own company. In 1937, Toyota Motor Company was officially founded. The name was changed from Toyoda to Toyota. There were a few reasons for this change. In Japanese, Toyota is written with 8 brushstrokes, a number considered lucky. The new name also sounded clearer and more modern. Most importantly, it created a separation between the founder's family life and the corporate identity of the company. Kiichiro wanted the company to be a public institution that would last for generations, not just a family business. This thoughtful decision showed his long-term vision. Kiichiro established a set of core principles for the new company. These values were simple, yet powerful. He emphasized the importance of teamwork, encouraging everyone to contribute their ideas. He promoted the concept of jidoka, or automation with a human touch, where machines would stop automatically if a problem occurred, preventing defects. This ensured that quality was built into the manufacturing process from the very start. He also created the just-in-time system, where parts are produced only as they are needed, reducing waste and increasing efficiency. These principles form the foundation of the famous Toyota production system, a model for manufacturing excellence worldwide. The early years of Toyota Motor Company were incredibly difficult. Soon after its founding, World War II began. The company was forced to produce trucks for the military instead of passenger cars for the people. Factories were damaged by wartime bombing, and resources were extremely scarce. After the war, Japan's economy was in ruins. Toyota faced a severe financial crisis. The company was on the brink of bankruptcy. There was not enough money to pay its workers, leading to painful labor disputes. These were dark times for Kiichiro and his company, testing his resolve and leadership to the absolute limit. It was a struggle for survival every single day. To save the company, Kiichiro had to make a very difficult decision. He negotiated with banks for emergency loans, but they had one condition. The company had to downsize and Kiichiro had to resign. In 1950, to take responsibility for the company's troubles and to secure its future, Kiichiro stepped down from his position as president. It was a great personal sacrifice. He had poured his entire life into building this company, and now he had to leave it. He did so to protect the employees and the dream he had worked so hard to realize. His departure ensured that Toyota could continue, even without him at the helm. Sadly, Kiichiro Toyoda did not live to see the global success his company would become. He passed away in 1952, just 2 years after his resignation. He died at the age of 57 from a cerebral hemorrhage, his health likely weakened by the immense stress of his final years at the company. Although his time was short, the foundation he built was strong. He had planted the seeds of a corporate culture that valued quality, innovation, and respect for people. He had established the core principles of the Toyota production system, which would eventually make Toyota one of the largest and most respected car companies in the world. Kiichiro Toyoda's legacy is immense. It is not just in the millions of cars that bear the Toyota name. His true legacy lies in the values and philosophy that continue to guide the company today. The spirit of continuous improvement, the dedication to quality, and the focus on long-term vision are all part of his enduring gift. He was a visionary who dared to dream of a Japanese car industry when none existed. He was a leader who weathered storms and made personal sacrifices for the greater good. Kiichiro Toyoda proved that with a clear vision and unwavering determination, even the most impossible dreams can become reality.